Yeah, Maria. Well, first of all, after the 2020 pandemic election, you know that Mark Zuckerberg was able to give money through nonprofit groups that were supposedly for pandemic use, but they weren't. It turns out 99% of the money went to electioneering or getting vote out, and most of that was in swing states, and 92% of that was focused on getting Democratic voters to the polls. And this election in 2020, the presidential election, was decided by less than 44,000 votes in 3 swing states. So we have a nail biter again coming into November. We were able to get my End Zuckerbucks Act passed out of the House. Out of the Ways and Means Committee. It's going to the House floor. We're hoping to get that passed there as well. But why it's so important, Maria, is these not-for-profit groups are using money to interfere in our elections. They're using money to prime the pump, to get voters out, to focus on only Democratic voters. And that is still happening. 28 states have banned it, including Wisconsin, which is important. That's one of the crucial swing states. But it's still happening. And what's even worse that we've talked about on the show, Maria, is the executive order signed by Joe Biden in 2021, where the Biden administration is tasking each agency in the federal government, of which there are vast and many, too many, using our tax dollars to do the same thing that Mark Zuckerberg did in priming the pump, getting voters out and focusing on swing states. And what's even worse, Maria, is coordinating with these nonprofit Democrat groups in order to get Democrat votes in the box. And once those ballots are cast, there is no going back, which I'm really glad that Lara Trump and Chairman Whatley are working on getting our voters out and working on making sure that we have people at the polls so that this election doesn't get taken like it did in 2020, using the apparatus of the IRS, tax deductions, and also this not-for-profit status. So we've got to end this now, including passing the SAVE Act, by the way, which you know has been controversial. You've talked about it on your show. What is controversial about having citizens vote in a country like ours? It's actually illegal under the New York Constitution, and citizens voting is actually something that is the domain of citizens, not non-citizens. But nonetheless, 198 Democrats in the House voted against proof of citizenship for voting.